Is very happy to be with you guys today. I just came back from Boston City Hall, where I met with a couple people, the constituents, as well as Boston City Council. Everybody was there in attendance today, except for one city council person who was on a business conference out of town. Um, pretty much they were just talking about today a couple of issues. Really addressed the main important one was, of course, a couple of shortages in city departments. They are going through a labor shortage, not just in the city of Boston, but all over the United States, especially with major departments such as the MBTA is going through a labor shortage, as well as, of course, a big one, which was the Boston BCYF, which is Boston Swimming. Excuse me, I'm sorry. Some of the community centers, libraries as pools, and they really focused today during today's council meeting, which was a lack of lifeguards at swimming pools, lack of lifeguards during this summer 2022 season. So, of course, as you know, Labor Day has passed and the swimming pools are now closed, but they mainly addressed, I really wanted to focus on the shortage of lifeguards during this past summer. Again, this is LaQueen Battle. I do apologize. I do first aid with you guys. I'm going to introduce myself. My name is LaQueen Battle. I'm a certified medical assistant, first aid adult and pediatric first aid responder. I have been just came back from New York for the 21st anniversary of 9/11, and this is attended my very first city council meeting today with the city, and it was really great. Julia Mejia was there, Ruthie Louisine was there, Regine was there, as well as a couple other people. And as you know, Boston has been going through a lot of issues and a lot of drama with racism, even on the Boston City Council. And you know, of course, one of the local members of the City Council, Ricardo Arroyo, is also going through a sexual assault case too. But he was also in attendance today for today's meeting, so which was really good to see everybody in attendance except one person missing. But anyway. Another issue which was brought up today by one of the other city council people, which is really good, was of course addressing the issue of taking care of immigrants, as well as, of course, making sure that immigrants, not just from Latin American countries, but also from African countries, which is make sure that all immigrant populations receive the services that they needed as well. So it was also addressed that the Florida governor, Rick DeSantis, brought in immigrants to here to the state of Massachusetts, and how does Boston City Council be able to service and get out those needs to the local immigrant population? So that was also addressed in today's city council meeting. They referred that over to the Department of, let me see, check here. I got my form here. So bear with you guys. Probably don't have, you probably will watch me later. If you watch me later today, so that would be great. They're going to go ahead and address the immigrant population issue over to the Committee for Civil Rights and Immigration Advancement, as well as the Office of Neighborhood Services, as well as, of course, let me see, she was trying to say, um, let me try to get this over to the Committee for Civil Rights and Immigration Advancement. So that's that issue with local the immigration population was also the that issue was, it was addressed during today's city council meeting. And I'm glad that Ruthie, as well as Julia Mejia, was also talking about it. But Ruthie, the city council person, especially gave a testimony and said even how it has affected the Title 42 Act, which would allow immediate deportation to immigrants, especially Haitian immigrants that were going through the situation in Texas just this past last year. So I'm very happy that Councilwoman Ruthie paid a very special attention to this immigration issue that's being done right now here, and even in outside of Boston and Cape Cod, I'm very happy that she was actually able to address the situation. So thank you to Councilwoman Ruthie Lugine, who was able to talk about it and give a testimony to, and focus on this immigration that was this situation right now. So anyway, a couple other issues, if you guys bear with me here today. Um, Pretty much it was a general Wednesday city council meeting. They did talk about the MBTA reopening the Orange Line, which was great. That was done by the city council person in charge of that. They're very happy that that it was actually able to provide more public service and more thoroughway to a lot of the people here in the city. I'm very happy that Councilwoman, let me see, Murphy, it was Councilwoman Murphy was actually able to address the situation and give another testimony on the MBTA Orange Line reopening back up to full capacity. Unfortunately, as you know, as well as a lot of other city departments, the MBTA, like I told you guys before, is also going through a couple of staffing shortages too as well. So they're going through a huge transition where they're having to deal with a lot of construction issues as well as redevelopments within the transit system. And on top of that, the investigations, the federal investigation on the MBTA mass transit line here in the city of Boston, as well as, um, of course, dealing with labor shortages, staffing shortages. You know, you'll see a couple less transit ambassadors, you'll see less bus drivers, you'll see more traffic. And so that's what I've experienced as a personal a transit rider myself. And so I'm glad that maybe I can get an interview with an NBTA in the future and talk to them about what they're doing to address the staffing shortages, as well as when I saw Julie Mejia today, we had a great personal conversation as well as myself. But at the same time, I should have actually had an interview with her. That would have been really, really great too, talking about what she's doing in the community, as well as, of course, the continuing motivation that she's also addressed during the meeting today too. Julia Mejia was actually able to talk about providing more services to the immigrant population too, and then on top of that, more services for community centers, libraries, pools, and the BCYF, which is Boston Center for Youth and Family Services. So BCYF is also does a lot here in the city, and I need to actually do more research on that and see how I can be of help and assistance to them as well. So I always got to be around me. So anyway, so today was my very first city council meeting. I got a lot of other things to do as well, and I'm very happy to be with you guys today. I am a nonprofit. I'm a charity. So if any kind of public safety issues help respond to myself as well as the general public or anybody, I like to get involved and help out to my full potential. But that's what I do. This is what I love to do, as continuing to be involved in the community as well. So a couple other issues today. They did not talk about the pandemic. They did not talk about COVID, but I always have these. I swear to God. So they did not talk about the COVID pandemic, but they also did focus on how um, how the Department of Public Health issued the crisis, even with now being the month of September being the national month of recovery for drug addiction, drug and alcohol addiction. So, Councilwoman Julie Mejia, as well as, of course, um, Liz Breden, Brian Rodell was actually everybody collaborated together on the month of September and really agreed with it being the month of recovery addiction for a lot of people. So I'm very happy they're actually able to go out there and provide more services to the Department of Public Health. They support the homeless population and getting services to those people that really need it and the most in need. So that was another issue that was addressed today during today's city council meeting. So focusing on the homeless population, really great that was addressed today in today's meeting. Other than that, there was a couple of protests earlier today here in the city of Boston. Um, um, a couple of protests about climate change that was also addressed by Councilwoman Murphy. That was addressed today as well. They do want to continue to focus that and send it to the local city departments that are involved in providing the assistance for the water crisis, the food shortages, things like that as well, especially dealing with climate change. So I'm glad that was actually able to be addressed by Boston City Council today. So I'm very happy. Thank you to you guys, all my supporters and all my subscribers out there. Please continue to support me. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, email them to laqueen.about@gmail.com, as well as follow me on all social media platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Twitter. Going through some issues with my access, but follow me on all my social media profiles today and continue to get to go out there and do the service, the work that needs to be done. It is 2 weeks to the 1st of October, so we still have a lot more to do. Before the holidays come around, before Thanksgiving comes around, and I'm also a student myself, so I'm studying, go through exams and the forward from there. So there's still a lot more to do, but the council is still doing session. It's not on recess or anything like that. Boston City Council is still going on. They also have to address the COVID situation, the COVID pandemic, which has been declared over by President Biden, as well as even Governor Charlie Baker has declared it almost to an end too as well. But there still is opportunity if you are a local nonprofit like myself to go out there and to say, hey, I'm a local nonprofit. Hey, I'm a charity. Hey, I'm a community service. I do community service as well. I am able to offer services even to immigrants or to students or to the homeless population or to any other kind of need in the city. I'm able to actually go out there and provide services that are needed here in the city of Boston or wherever you're connected to as well. So so they are actually able to go out there and provide services to local city. I gotta be. So anyway, so local city of Boston provides services as well. If you are interested, you can come to the city of Boston, go to boston.gov, and contact 301 to provide more emergency services, more to talk to them about providing emergency assistance to the city. So anyway, this is LaQueen Battle First Aid Responder Services. Very happy to be here today. Again, for attending my first local city council session on today, Wednesday, September the 21st. Very, very informed about a lot of changes that they're doing to the city. The main focus of today was, of course, dealing with the immigration crisis as well as the swimming, some of the local city department staffing shortages, and of course, various public safety issues. So if you have any other questions or comments or concerns, you can always follow the City of Boston at boston.gov for more information. Okay, again, that website is called www.boston.gov for more information. All right, this is the Queen Battle First Aid Responder Services here in the City of Boston. Very happy to be with you guys today. Take care and much love. Bye.